Peace, peace. This is Brother High Tim coming at you live and direct. Hopefully you can hear me. Alright, for those that want to join and call in, you can hit me up on 614-556-4535. Once again, that's 614-556-4535. Alright, the name of the show today is The Shepherd. I always had a problem spelling shepherd and the dog. I'm going to send out a link on Facebook. Hold on. Bow. Let's do it. Let's send you out. Alright. Make sure it's going to my page too. I know you're like, why don't you do all this in advance, Brother Hatim? Because Brother Hatim is lazy. Alright. I know you're like, well, Brother Hatim, why you ain't do this last night? I was tired. You know, one thing that's crazy to me is that I'm starting to get sleepy early. For those that want to call in, once again, hit me up at 614-556-4535. Before I get into the folk tale, of course, you know I got to give you the rundown on some of the stuff that's going on in the world, some of the stuff that's going on with me. So, first things first, I have failed. Yep, I said it. I have failed. My goal was to do 32 miles or 50 kilometers. I was only able to do 20 kilometers. Now, the lesson out of that is going to line up with the lesson that I'm going to bring with the shepherd and the dog. But one of the major things is that we could train, but if we're not training for the right thing, right? If we're not preparing for the right thing, we'll always fall short. You know what I'm saying? All this time I've been running, and I've been running in my sandals, I've been running in my moccasins, and I thought that was enough, right? My feet was rough, yeah. And I could run for 3 to 5 hours, yeah, I could do that, I could do it. But I had never really got out on some real trails and ran. This was a trail race. This wasn't a street race. This was a trail race. And for those that run, you know the difference. I didn't know the difference until Sunday morning. For Sunday morning, I knew the difference, right? Then on top of that, I went out and I wasn't prepared because I read the weather wrong. I read on my Google, and rather than just looking at the whole day, I looked at Google. Google said it was going to be 43 degrees and with a low of 14. I thought in the evening it was going to go down to 14. I thought maybe it was chilly out there right now. When outside, I said, wow, this 14 feel good. But actually, that was the 43. So by the time the race started, it dropped down to 14. So now I got two things working against me. I haven't trained on any trails, and I haven't really been prepared for this cold weather, although I have done some cold weather runs. I never did cold weather runs running at an angle. What do I mean running at an angle? A whole lot of the race, well, let me put this way. The whole second half of the race, at least the first 3 miles of the second 10 kilometer part of the race, felt like I was running on the side of a hill through mud. So it's like my feet were slipping and I was running at an angle. So every time I would run, it would be like I'm sliding down. So I had to kind of slow down my pace a whole lot. And then I had to do river crossings. Man, look, I'm building up the courage to go back, but I'm going to put it this way. It was the funnest, hardest thing that I have ever done. I felt like I was going to die out there. I came to a hill, and I tried to go down the hill, and I ended up falling down the hill. I ended up, it was so much water out there that I was running through. It was supposed to be a trail, but it got flooded. You know what I'm saying? So I had to run through that, and then all of the river crossings that was supposed to be small ended up being a lot deeper than it was really supposed to be. So at first it started at the ankle, but the farther and deeper we went into the woods, they got deeper and deeper to eventually, it was almost like I was wading through waist deep water. Look, this is a that was an ultimate test, right? And the piece that I learned from it is that you can prepare, but if you are not prepared in the proper fashion, all your preparations is no good. You know what I'm saying? And it's like wow, it's like a lot of things in my life I have been preparing for, but I haven't been preparing for it in the right fashion, right? I mean, because I remember running to a lot of incidents where, because I didn't have the proper training, I wasn't ready for the situation. And I know I'm not the only one out there like that. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we may need somebody to walk us through. You know what I'm saying? That have experienced what we experienced. Now, like for example, the running club that runs the Rock and Roots run or race, do training sessions every Thursday, right? I mean, religiously every Thursday. You know what I'm saying? So, nothing was stopping me from I had issues, with the work schedules of the household. I couldn't make every Thursday, but it was some Thursdays I could have made. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I didn't make my goal, but that don't mean that I'm gonna stop. That don't mean, of course I could try. I'm gonna try again. You know what I'm saying? Because it was hard and it was fun. I had a great time. Look like somebody on the line. Who on the line? All right. Well, I got 2 unknown audio connections. I'd like to welcome y'all in. If y'all have something to say, you can feel free to share. Share your information. If not, welcome in. All those that are tuning in or would like to join the conversation, hit me up at 614-556-4535 on this snow day. Snow day, man. Look, I got beat up so bad on this race, I took 2 days off, but I took 2 days off in advance, right? Because I know that even if I didn't make the 50 miles, I was going to need some time to recover. But then it moved me right into a snow day, right? So I'm cool. I want to send salutes to the new ancestor, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. Rest in peace, rest in power. You know what I'm saying? I want to send shots out to all those that's been joining my show regularly, and I want to apologize to those who were not able to tune in, last night because I couldn't get myself up to do the thing. Because y'all got to understand, man, it's kind of rough being like, yo, man, I lost. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes by admitting our defeats, right? By admitting our defeats, we enable ourselves to go the next step to eventually get the victory, right? Because I can sit up there and because it wasn't the fact that the trail was slippery that I didn't complete the race. It wasn't the fact that I was running at an angle that, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't the fact that, maybe it was my shoes, the grip wasn't good, because I'm quite sure nobody had good grip out there. You know what I'm saying? Some may have had better grip. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't prepared. You know what I'm saying? And boom, now that I could recognize that I wasn't prepared, I could go about getting prepared, or I keep on stumbling through until I actually complete the 50 kilometers, because they do this every year. This is a yearly thing. You know what I'm saying? So, if I don't mind walking in the house and getting yelled at, because my wife yelled at me like a kid, you know what I'm saying? Because she said it looked like I was dead when I walked in. Yo, hey man, listen. I fell down. I literally rolled down some hills. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I just kept, and all I could remember is people running by me saying, "Hey, are you all right?" Yeah, I'm cool. Uh, I couldn't even dust my hands were so numb I couldn't even dust myself off. But that's how life is, man. That's the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? Because in pushing myself to that point, see, because somebody said, I got a text yesterday. One of my coworkers told me that I didn't. I need to stop. I need to stop trying to push myself like that. You know, because people hear about me trying to do 20-mile runs but I'm like I got to push myself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's in those moments when you totally exhausted and totally that's for me when I really know that I'm alive. And that comes from that comes from how I was reared in Akron, man. I mean, we used to play hard. I mean, if we played basketball, we played the whole damn day. You know what I'm saying? If we rode bikes, we rode the whole damn day. You know what I'm saying? When we came home, we had no choice but to go to sleep. When we played football, man, it's like our coaches was trying to kill us. You know what I'm saying? So it's, this part of my existence is pushing myself to a point to where I'm like, boom, damn, I lost. But in losing, I find my victory. You know why? Because, I mean, I could have people out there judging me, oh, boom, boom, boom. But how many people could run 20 kilometers, let alone 5? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not ashamed of that. You know what I'm saying? My issue is, boom, now can I do 30? Can I do 40? And can I do 50? You know what I'm saying? I mean, can I work it up? Can I do it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the whole piece is, another thing that bothered me, well, I ain't going to say even bothered me, because one of the nice things that I noticed is that you had groups of people going out there and running. And they were, I mean, it's like you could hear conversations about life going on the trail. And so you have some people out there having a good time, having conversations and making sure that their team made it through. It was just me. And in fact, I didn't see anybody else of color out there, at least my color. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe that's what I need to work on. Maybe I need to work on getting me a crew to go out there with me. So anybody that's out there that want to run with me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you want to take the challenge with me, hey, by all means, let's do that. For those that might want to join, check me out at 614-556-4535, or you can hit the chat button on the Spreaker station that you're listening on. Hopefully, if you're listening through my website, you know what I'm saying, you can click on there and you can send in a chat. I'm on here right now. I'm gonna post up a message so that y'all can see I'm here. I'm just gonna put A. Man, I love my life. All right, it's a snow day once again, because it's cold as hell in Columbus. So I'm enjoying myself right now. I'm doing a radio show while my little ladies are asleep. Because my daughters see me doing the show without their permission. It's like they my producers or something. I'm not allowed to do anything without their permission. So because they like to get on the radio. They like to do this, So, all right, now. I don't know what's going on here, but it don't look like Spreaker accepted my message. All right, done. Let me go back. All right. So I just put an A up. All right. So let's get to the story, and then we get up off of here, right? For those that want to tune in tonight, of course, we'll have, tonight we'll be doing Tribal Quotes, and we will be on day number 79. We'll be on day 79. Man, we're making it through it. We're moving, we're building. All right, so here we go. Let's see. All right. So, man, those people who are on that are not being seen, please, when you get a chance, let me know how you did that, because I want some people be wanting to come on the show, but they don't want to be seen, and I want to make sure that everybody have the same luxury you have, so that they can participate with the show without fearing that Brother Hatim is going to shout out their name. All right, this one is called The Shepherd and the Dog. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. A shepherd penning in his sheep in the fold for the night was about to shut up a wolf with them. When his dog, perceiving the wolf, said, "Master, how can you expect the sheep to be safe if you admit a wolf into the fold?" All right. So now, first off, I don't know what type of sheep herd this is, but he's penning up his sheep for the night, and he's about to shut up a wolf with him, right? So this now, either the shepherd is a total dimwit, or the wolf is so slick that he has disguised himself as a sheep. Now, I will say this: Aesop has several different fables where the wolf in sheep clothing, where the wolf was able to disguise himself, and maybe the sheep herder, the shepherd has so many sheep that he wasn't able to tell because the wolf hid so well. But his dog, his extended senses, his servant, his diligent servant, was looking in and identifying the threat. You know what I'm saying? Because, a lot of us in our lives, we're so busy that we don't have time to see the wolves, and we don't to see the wolves that are trying to sneak in with our sheep. You see what I'm saying? I mean, our sheep can be our deeds, our sheep can be our money, or our opportunities, or relationships. You know what I'm saying? And as we pinning them up for the night, we don't realize that we let a sheep in. We don't. My fault. We don't realize that we let a wolf in. And many of us don't have the luxury of the dog. And those of us that may have dogs, we may not have the sense enough to really listen to the dog. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't know that whether or not this shepherd heeded the words of the dog. "Master, how can you expect the sheep to be safe if you admit a wolf into the fold?" You know what I'm saying? So we don't. Aesop ends this fable without giving us a definitive end. He left it open because in many of our experiences, I can't speak for Aesop, but in many of our experiences, you know what I'm saying, we could get the warning. You know what I'm saying? It's been several times where I done had people that just had a feeling about somebody that I was allowing to come into the fold, let's say, come into the crew. You know what I'm saying? Didn't feel right. And there's been many times that I warned people and they just didn't listen. People warned me and I just didn't listen. And it's something about giving people giving them an opportunity to prove themselves wrong, even at our own detriment. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's one thing that, in a sense, I have to kind of get over. I have to start, trusting my instincts and trusting the instincts of those around me. You know what I'm saying? Those people who have proved themselves around me. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't always, if you got a lot of sheep, you got a lot of things going on. You can't always you can't always perceive everything that's going down within your thing, although you're supposed to. But then that's where assistants come in. That's where them helping hands, that's those helpmates. That's where they come in, right? See, because the thing about the shepherd and the dog's relationship is that the sheepdog was trained to protect the sheep and would go the extra length to sound the alarm to protect the sheep. And maybe all of us need to develop in our organizations, in our families, you know what I'm saying, those sheepdogs whose basic design is to protect the sheep. And the reason that a dog, that from my understanding, the reason that the sheepdog protect the sheep so well is because the sheepdog believes that it is a sheep. You know what I'm saying? It actually is raised to believe that it's a sheep, and it feels that it belongs with the sheep, and it thrives to protect the sheep because the sheep are its family. So whenever something is not going right, the dog will sound the alarm, and the wise shepherd will be wise to heed the alarm of the sheepdog. You know what I'm saying? And take immediate actions. You know, for me, you know, like I said, man, after organization after organization after organization, you get those wolves, right? And what's crazy is people be like, wolves are not dishonest. Snakes are not dishonest. Rats are not dishonest. They are just operating fully in their nature. And people get mad at wolves. People get mad at rats. People get mad at snakes for being wolves, rats, and snakes. When in fact you need to be mad at yourself for expecting something different from a wolf, rat, and a snake. I've been one in my life who have often felt that I could tame a wolf, a rat, and a snake. You know what I'm saying? When in fact, you know what I'm saying, my feelings would be hurt when the wolf, the rat, or the snake would act in its nature. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we want to take something out of its nature, and we want to act surprised when it acts within its nature. We feel that we could change things. We feel that we have the special touch, and we feel that we are above, our relationship with this person or this thing is above, you know what I'm saying, above nature, when in fact it's not. You can't expect for a wolf to act like a wolf, always. You know what I'm saying? It's rare when it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? We be acting like it's rare when something acts within its nature, when in fact it's rare when it doesn't act in its nature. You know what I'm saying? So once a person identifies themselves for you, right, you have to be bold enough. You have to be honest enough with yourself. That means place yourself above, right? Honor. Remember we talked about that? Honor. When you honor something, you place it above. You need to place yourself above and respect yourself enough to move this person up out your circle, or to move away from that place where that person is, because they will do you no good. All right? You know what I'm saying? So now, listen. First off, we need to set up the checking mechanisms in our lives. We need to establish those sheepdogs. Those sheepdogs are those individuals who have our best interests at heart. They have shown they have our best interests at heart. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody that we have a close, intimate relationship with. I mean, not intimate in the way that some of y'all are thinking, but somebody that will bark to let you know. Like I had a partner, who would get upset with me because of some of the people that I would hang with, because his thing was, "Hi Tim, they have already showed you that they're no good, man, and I'm not going to allow you to act in that way around me. You are not going to take food out your family's mouth in front of me, nigga, without you getting checked. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm going to have to check you, because you are dealing with somebody who has already shown you that they have no good intentions for you. And if you bring them around me, I'm going to knock them out." True story. And I ought to knock you out for even dealing with them. But you my brother, and I know how you are. You think you think you could tame a wolf. You think you could bring the bear in and eat honey around him, and he's not gonna snatch it up out your hands. That's the way you think you are. But bruh, it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have people around you like that got your best interest at heart. You know what I'm saying? So you need to develop those sheepdogs, and you need to learn how to learn. You need to learn how to listen to them, and then also you need to always respect the nature of people. What have they shown you they are? Even if they come around you and you could tell, I mean, because we know when people acting fake. We know it. When somebody's acting fake or acting suspicious, you know what I'm saying? That's their nature. So you might need to distance yourself just to protect yourself. All right, now. All right. So I don't have no comments. I don't have no call-ins. So on this cold day in January, right? On this cold day in January, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to send out shots to Spreaker for allowing. They just updated their phone app to where now it streams. I guess it shoots straight to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad about that. So I don't need to rebroadcast this, and hopefully you got something out of it. I would love it if you leave a comment. If you're listening on YouTube, subscribe. If you're listening on Spreaker, follow. You know what I'm saying? Check me out on Twitter. Check me out on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm curating and getting all the information, because y'all know I'm eclectic. So, you know what I'm saying? I love a whole bunch of different things. And I'm getting into a whole bunch of different YouTube channels and really digging the work that they're doing. And I'm going to learn how to take my YouTube game to another level. So this is Brother Hatim saying peace. And I pray that your day will be as beautiful as you are. With that, I'm out.